I know this gets hate, but I don't hate it. What's going on, people? Alex Thorn here, and I'm just a rock and roller who in his downtime likes to watch movies while wearing a bandana. And this time on Does It Hold Up, we're taking a look at the third movie in the Beverly Hills Cop franchise. I'll link over the playlist for 1 and 2 and all the shorts right over here. You know, 1 came out in '84. Just breaking into the world. Everybody knows the name Eddie Murphy. 2 is out in '87, and it's right at the same time as his second groundbreaking comedy special, Raw, and he is a bona fide Hollywood star. It is now 1994, and Eddie Murphy has been through some controversies, has started to do music, but he's also had some flops. So with all that being said, what is the synopsis for Beverly Hills Cop 3? When his boss is killed, Axel Foley finds evidence that the murderer had ties to a California amusement park called Wonderworld. Returning to Beverly Hills once more, Foley reunites with Detective Billy Rosewood to solve the case. Along with Billy's new partner, John Flint, they discover that the security force of Wonderworld is actually a part of the counterfeit money operation headed by park manager Orrin Sanderson. I think the key to me liking this movie more than everybody else is Ellis DeWald.
Come on, Ellis DeWald. Come on, Ellis DeWald, y'all. Yes. You're not capitalizing on this Ellis DeWald.
Out of all 3 movies, I feel like this Ellis DeWald character so much in this movie and means so much and has so many interactions that are genuinely good with Axel Foley that I think he is the key that if you rewatch this movie, you kind of have to watch it for the entire dynamic and what's different in this movie versus it just repeating what 1 and 2 did. Very early on, Axel Foley, Eddie Murphy, looks like he slips right into the role. I've watched all 3 movies with my son, and I feel like he laughed the most and got most intrigued by this one. And it could be because it looks more recent. I watched this on 4K Blu-ray, and it looked very different than I remember even watching it the last time about 5 years ago. This was an excellent transfer. And I think the fact that I saw it on the LG C3 OLED with my own custom setting, there's a personalized setting on there where it helps you like an AI setting. There was actual separation between the foreground and the background, even layered separation. It was weird. I don't know if it's just the way they mastered this movie or it was the TV doing its job, but it looked incredible and it looked very different from 1 and 2. Speaking of how I watched this movie, I'm doing a giveaway right here on this channel's ranking video, and you can enter it right now and with the subsequent videos by subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and commenting your favorite Beverly Hills Cop movie down below. The winner will be announced on the ranking video, and I'm gonna make sure that we give something real good away to my subscribers of this channel. But beyond that, going back to Ellis DeWald, I think that he sets himself up as a despicable heel, and he has power. I have heard some complaints online that the Wonderworld song is super annoying because it plays throughout the whole movie. I get it, but it is a Disney World type of theme park. So they're painting this to be Uncle Dave is like Walt Disney. And then Orrin, who is played by John Saxon, the legendary John Saxon, he's barely in it, but he does make his presence known. I do like that Billy Rosewood, Judge Reinhardt, is prominently featured here. And he's part of this whole, I'm not even going to say it because like Eddie Murphy's Axel Foley character does a great job at making fun and poking fun at how serious Billy Rosewood takes his new role as head of this division that correlates all the green lines in California. And they kind of make fun of it throughout the whole movie, right? Because a guy who was as low and talked down to in the other movies is now the head of this division, and of course he's going to take it super serious. But their chemistry remains. As for Detective Taggart, he's retired. Obviously, he didn't sign back on for the movie. And of course, as I mentioned in the synopsis, Axel Foley's boss, who's been prominent in 1 and 2, he comes in here and he dies right in the beginning at the hands of Ellis Duval. We then quickly switch over to Beverly Hills, and somebody comes back in this movie, and that's Bronson Pinchot, who plays Serge. Of course, Bronson is known for major television series like Perfect Strangers and Step by Step. And as Serge, he steals the show once again. He is instantly likable right next to Axel Foley. And I love that Judge Reinhardt, you know, as Billy Rosewood, has this, I don't remember you, but I remember you look to him. Honestly, every scene that he's in is great, and he's in far too few scenes, but I guess that's what makes him so memorable in the first place. I think there's 2 reasons that people actually look down on this movie, and one is a scene and one is a missed opportunity. The scene where it's very uncharacteristic, but the scene where Axel Foley is saving 2 children from a theme park ride is terribly done CGI-wise, and it is very out of character for Axel Foley. It's just, it's a fish out of water, but not in a good way. It's like, what are we doing here? And the other thing being the missed opportunity of Axel Foley not really being that quick talking manipulator that he was in the other 2 films. There are so many times in this movie where you're expecting Axel Foley to come up with a story very quickly and start saying that he's part of this team, or he's here for this, or he's here for that. He doesn't do that. There's this one scene later on where he's on the television and being framed for shooting Uncle Dave, the head of Wally World, and he's in a public place using the phone. And when they all turn around, he leaves. He's already out of the building. But if this was 1 or 2, they would have turned around and he would have been there with his eyes really big, looking at the screen and saying that was his twin brother, that he was about to go get his twin brother right now for everybody because he can't believe that he did that. Something like that. But it doesn't happen. So I think that's really the 2 reasons, that scene and the missed opportunity of Axel Foley. And I did look up online, and apparently there was heat between Eddie Murphy and the producer, saying that he wouldn't work with him ever again. And then when he finally did, it was like a nightmare on set. And also Eddie Murphy thought that Axel Foley should be mature and not doing those things anymore. I would say that's why you did Metro a few years later, not Beverly Hills Cop. So with all that being said, I think it's time we get to the does it hold up rating system. As for acting, I'm going to give this movie 4 bandanas out of 5. I think everybody did the best they could, but there was a lot of drama on set. When it comes to effects, I'm going to give this movie 4 bandanas out of 5 because genuinely, outside of that CGI scene, there's a lot of action in this movie. And as far as story goes, I'm going to give it a 2 bandana out of 5. It is the weakest story out of all 3. So with the question of does it hold up, Beverly Hills Cop 3, to me, and this is my channel, does hold up. With the caveat, I understand you may not like it, but I would say go back and give it a shot before the Netflix original Beverly Hills Cop 4 Axel F comes out, because I don't think it's as bad as people fully remember it to be. Guys, and don't forget, there's still a giveaway going on, and that's going to be for all the comments that are underneath 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I will be choosing a winner on the ranking video. All you got to do is subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and comment which is your favorite entry in the Beverly Hills Cop series. And if you're looking for more from Thorn Theater, all I need you to do is check out our memberships right here. There's 2 tiers, Plus and Ultimate. You're gonna get exclusive shorts, posts to help the future of this channel, posts that go behind the scenes, as well as if you go for the Ultimate tier, we're gonna do watch-alongs. You get to ask for your own exclusive reviews, as well as you're gonna be mailed out a full-blown membership card that is laminated just like the good old days. And if you don't feel like committing to that, you can also leave a super chat, a super thanks, or head over to Buy Me a Coffee. And right now at Buy Me a Coffee, when you donate and leave me a message there, I can respond to you with a video response thanking you for supporting this channel. Every dollar that comes through this channel goes back into this channel, and that's all because of you guys. Besides working on my new single, I gotta watch Axel F on Netflix and get back to you with a new review.